Hello everyone, we are back with another episode of Dragon Ball Daima. This time we have episode 5, I believe. Episode 5, Pansy. And when I saw the title, I thought, is that going to be that girl's name? And guess what? It turned out to be her name. So her name is Pansy. So shall we start speaking about Pansy first? So what we've been introduced to Pansy so far, I do actually like. So it's established, interestingly, that she is the princess of the king who Glorio, I guess, was in liaison with. She's also good with machines. She can do magic. Apparently everyone in the demon realm can do magic. Hers isn't very impressive. We see a glimpse of it. She barely manages to levitate a small rock. So I don't know what use she'll be of. She might just be their demon realm version of Bulma, which is interesting because it might explain why there's so many shots of Bulma and Pansy together in the intro and the ending, because she's a mechanic, Bulma's a genius. They probably bounce off each other a bit, but she's also Pansy's also quite abrasive, so I could see her and Bulma butting heads a bit when they do finally meet up. But so far, first impressions of Pansy, positive. I think she'll be a good introduction. Moving on, we are actually also briefly introduced to the final character who we saw in the intro and the ending. So this last member of the crew is called Hybis, and he basically just gets sent away to get the rest of the crew. So I guess that'll get past the not knowing the password or the pin or whatever. So that's that, I guess. Don't really get anything more than that. He was practicing ballet, might be a bit of a kooky character. Don't really know enough yet. We might find out later, because everyone else is carrying on with their own thing. So let's dive into the episode itself now. So they try and shoo away Pansy, but she ends up sort of acting as their guide, and they kind of just go along with it. Glorio is obviously the one who seems to be most adverse to it, but hey-ho, they're together now. And interesting lore drop here is that the demon lifespan is about 1,000 years, so they can all live much longer than humans, and I guess that must mean that Supreme Kai maybe has a set age, about 1,000 years as well. Would explain why he's been around for so long, but why there seem to be older Kais like Gowasu in Universe 8, I think he was from. Whatever, And then we get Pansy's age. She's 82, but she's still a child, so don't get any wrong ideas, you sick perverts, okay? Cool. So, after a bit of guiding, they arrive at Castle Kadan. Great journey. But before we go any further than that, we cut away to Dende and Goma, and it's kind of adorable. Dende's getting read a little bedtime story. Now, I've got a little kind of theory on this. I think Dende's kind of playing the long game here. Because you remember in episode 1 where Trunks and Goten, despite being turned into babies, were kind of having this telepathic conversation. So they seem to be self-aware, even though they were limited in baby bodies. So I just wonder if the same thing has happened to Dende, but he can't really act up because he's not exactly in the position to fight back or anything. So he's just playing along for now. But Goma seems to be planning on grooming Dende to kind of make him some new Dragon Balls. I don't think that'll come into play. I think it's just, best laid plans of mice and men, But, we carry on. We snap back to the group, and this is where we get revealed that Pansy is a princess. They're all in, the guards get in shock. Oh, it's Pansy, that sort of thing. And everyone's in shock that she's a princess. And they go meet her father, the king. I do love this joke that kind of comes from the meeting with the king, where after he finds out that Goku saved Pansy back at the village, he says, "Oh yeah, you could marry Pansy when you're grown up." And like, obviously, Pansy's very against that. She wants to make her own mind up when she's ready. And then Goku's just like, "Oh yeah, I can't do that. I've got a wife and kids." Completely forgetting the fact that he's a kid. He's a kid now, and telling someone that would be seen a bit weird. They're obviously in a bit of shock. So the whole situation kind of gets explained. They got turned into kids. Their plan is to get Dende or gather the Demon Realm Dragon Balls, etc., etc. But the king is still not sure of Goku's strength. So we get another cool Goku fight sequence where he takes out like a troop of soldiers, and he does it effortlessly, as you'd expect. But, there's some cool action shots, and there's also one scene where we get to see him turn Super Saiyan for the first time, and he doesn't turn it on and just start beating the crap out of people. He basically just uses it. He gets kind of grabbed, and people start dogpiling him, so he just turns Super Saiyan for a flash to blow them away. It's still a cool scene. So, as per Glorio's request, they get a new plane. So, I guess we're not resolving that plot line of their plane getting stolen. I thought they might go and beat those guys up, get it back. Guess that's gone now. They're not going back for it. It's finito. So, guess we're not following that trail anymore. And weird, interesting thing that gets dropped that I think it might just be a continuity, got there in the end, continuity kind of error where Supreme Kai refers to Goku as being from Universe 7, and this is set before Super, so multiple universes hasn't even been established at this point. Goku should have probably been confused and be like, "Oh, what do you mean by Universe 7?" But I think they kind of dropped the ball on that one. It's not going to get referenced or anything, probably, but we'll see. So we approach the end of the episode. Pansy declares she is going with them, and it all kind of works out. We established that no one is really a mechanic, even Glorio, so taking Pansy along is just useful in that regard. So she's their mechanic, and because it's a Demon Realm plane, you can't replace Bulma with that. But she's been working on Supreme Kai's, so maybe. But she's along for the ride. Supreme Kai has another conversation with Goku about being suspicious of Glorio. Goku kind of shrugs it off, but it's like something I raised it, in a previous episode, and Supreme Kai's been kind of picking up on little kind of holes in Glorio's story. So it does seem to just confirm that there is something ulterior going on with Glorio, and we might find out in later episodes. So the final shot of the episode is they go away on the plane, and it immediately has issues. Smoke coming off the plane, and it crash lands. End of episode. So I guess that means next episode, in my theory here, their plane's going to be out of commission, so it's going to slow them down. Pansy's going to have to spend some time fixing it. This might be to allow like Vegeta, Piccolo, Bulma, and the others to sort of catch up with them, since Hybris has gone off to collect them. But we will see what happens in the next episode, which actually ends with a preview of a nice shot of Goku and Glorio sparring, maybe, or actually fighting. Probably not fighting, probably sparring. But we'll see what that means next time. Catch you later. Bye.